No income taxes, no capital gains taxes, no dividend taxes, no growth taxes. Where else are you going to find something like that? Hey everybody, Chad here. So today I'm going to be walking you guys through what is a health savings account. So I'm going to walk you through what it is, how you can benefit from it, if you're eligible for it, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you a little trick that I personally use that maximizes what I'm about to tell you even further. So the first thing that I want to go over with you guys today is what is a health savings account. But before I get to that, I want to make sure that you guys are even eligible to even have this kind of an investment asset. So if through your employer, you have what is called a high deductible health plan, you may be eligible to open what's called a health savings account. And this health savings account allows you as a single individual for 2025 to be able to set aside around $4,300. And if you're a family, around $8,500. I think it's around $8,550 for the year 2025 that you can set aside in this account. So the way that it works is that, let's go to the whiteboard here so I can kind of show you guys. So once you enroll in the program of the HSA, here's what will happen. You will tell your employer how much money you want to set aside from your paycheck that'll go into this health savings account. Okay. Now, when you set money aside into this account, the money that is placed into this account, it comes out before any income taxes comes out of your paycheck. Right? So if somebody made $100,000 in a year, for example, and you wanted to max out the health savings account, right? At the end of the year, when you do your income taxes, $100,000, let's say you're a single person, right? And the maximum amount is $4,300. That means at the end of the year, when you do your income taxes, you didn't make $100,000. You actually made $95,700. Now, the second thing that I was talking to you guys about earlier about the tax advantages is that we've already established that there's no income taxes when you set money aside inside of this investment account. Okay. Now, after you put the money into the account, you are free. Most brokerages have it where you're free to invest that money into pretty much anything that you want, whether it's an ETF or a stock or a bond or anything that you can just buy on the market. Some HSAs, I've had one before where they kind of limit you in what you can invest the money in. Like they give you a certain amount of mutual funds, like, 20 of them that you can pick from, and you can invest the funds into that specific account. But there are many that I've also researched where they just let you buy pretty much anything that you want. And the great thing about it is that once you take the money and you invest it, there are no taxes anywhere associated with the growth of that money. So if I were to go and buy a stock today on the open market, let's say I bought Google today, right? And I bought Google, and a year from now I decided to sell it and I made a profit of $1,000. That $1,000 I would have to pay a capital gains income tax. If that money, if I had used my HSA money and I bought Google with my HSA money, and a year from now I have a medical expense or something that I need to buy that's medical related, and I sold Google for $1,000 profit, there is no capital gains taxes. Now, you may be asking yourself, well, what if I don't spend all of the money that's in that HSA? Which would be a valid question. If you have an HSA, the money is always yours. So you don't have to spend it before the end of the year, or you have to worry about, the money expiring or something like that. That's called a flexible spending account. A flexible spending account, I believe you have to spend the money within a certain amount of time, otherwise you'll lose it. With the HSA, it's completely different. The money is yours today, and it is always yours. So you don't ever have to worry about the money expiring. Even if you were to leave your employer, right? where I've had this, one of my past employers, I had an HSA with them. And when I left to a new job, I just transferred that HSA from, I believe it was with Empower at the time. I transferred it over from Empower over to my Fidelity brokerage. It took a few weeks to get there, but when it finally got to my Fidelity brokerage, I was able to again open up an HSA with Fidelity and take the money, put it in that account. And right now, all the money that's in there is invested, every penny of it. It's making money, it's making dividend income, and not a single penny is going to be taxed so long as that I spend the money on approved medical expenses. Now, I'll put a link in the description to the website of the IRS so that you guys can see all the different medical things that you can spend it on. But I would more or less say that anything medical related, you can use your HSA money. Doctor's bills, you go to the drugstore and you need to get some medicine, contact lenses, glasses. There is just so many different things that you can spend this HSA money on. And I promised you guys at the beginning, if you watch until the end, I was going to give you a nice little trick about how I maximize my benefit with an HSA even more so. So check this out. Here's what I do. Let's say, for example, I have all my money in the HSA that's invested, and I don't want to touch it. The market's been well for the last year or so, year and a half or so. Everything is going up, and I don't want to sell the assets that I have in there. So here's what I do. What I'll do is I will use, let's say, for example, my Amazon credit card, right? My Amazon credit card, if I buy anything on Amazon.com, they give me 5% cash back. 5%, which is crazy. That's a crazy high number. I'll go on Amazon and let's say I needed to buy Tylenol, for example, right? I'll go on Amazon, buy the Tylenol with my Amazon credit card, get the 5% rewards, right? And then when I go to pay my Amazon credit card at the end of the month, I'll sell a little bit of my HSA funds, let's say that $10 or whatever the case may be. It doesn't even have to be at the end of the month. I mean, you could do this all, you could probably just stack all of the receipts and just do it at the end of the year so that your money continues to grow if the market is doing well, if you don't want to sell the stock. But just for the sake of the example, let's say you decide after you get your bill from Amazon, you go in, you sell some of your HSA stock, you keep the receipt. Obviously, you always got to keep a paper trail with all this kind of stuff, just in case the IRS asks for it. But just always, keep a record of your HSA purchases. So go on Amazon, use your Amazon card, buy your medical stuff that you need. You get the 5% rewards from Amazon. At the end of the month, you get your Amazon bill. You go into your HSA, you sell a little bit of your HSA investments that hopefully have made some money. Again, they're not going to be taxed, not one penny when you sell it. You transfer it over to your checking account or your savings account or wherever you pay your Amazon card from. You pay it, make a note of it, and you double dip. No taxes on anything that you've made on the HSA, and you get your 5% rewards. So there you have it. That's pretty much more or less what an HSA account is. I've had one through all of my employers that have offered it, and it's made a lot of money because the market has gone up over the last few years. And like I said, the best part of it is that when you take that money and you put it in that HSA, no income taxes, no capital gains taxes, no dividend taxes, no growth taxes, nothing. So long that you spend the money on approved medical purchases. And it's just worked out fabulous for me. So I'm also going to put a link in the description to the Amazon HSA page. Amazon has this big department on their website where you can basically make sure so that you don't have to guess what's HSA approved and what's not. On Amazon.com, there's a section of the website where you can see all of the things that are HSA approved so that you don't have to worry, is this HSA approved? Is that HSA approved? So Amazon already does that for you. Just go on, click on the link in the description, and you'll be able to go to the Amazon website and shop around for whatever it is that you need. I appreciate you guys watching the video. Please click subscribe. Also, I have a newsletter that I send out every week where I basically talk about these kinds of things, investments, personal finance, all this kind of fun stuff. So I'd appreciate it if you guys like, subscribe, and also subscribe to my newsletter there in the description. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.